Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Hodges, your professor for design of experiment. And I thought we would go through the syllabus together. So let me see if I can get it to expand nicely. Hide sidebar. There we go. Okay. So I like to go through this together since we can't see each other. And my office is in South 718. And there's the number, and you're most likely to get me via email. So you should have taken Stat 3310 or gotten departmental approval. Now, I know this is going to break your heart and you'll probably cry when you hear this, but you don't need to buy a textbook. We're going to be using web material. If you want to go and buy the official text, go ahead, but you don't have to. If you want to spend that money, knock yourself right out. Okay, so all students must have an electronic calculator which has at least an exponential key and a logarithm key. All right, so I've been running this course online. This is going to be the fourth time online, and I decided last Thursday I was going to change things up, thus guaranteeing it will be a complete disaster. Change it up in terms of how I do the grading and stuff. So what we're going to do is have 3 regular exams and a final. So every weekend you're going to be having an exam, which is actually going to be a little bit better than the way I had it before, as surprising as that may be. So the first exam is 20%. The next 2 are 25 each. Then the final is 30%. Now, before you flip out, you're going to get practice problems during the course of the week. And the exam itself is going to be very similar to the practice problems. A lot of the stuff you're going to be doing on the computer, we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. No makeup exams. If you miss an exam, and I know things happen, you bring in the documentation, like if you were in a wreck or something. But contact me the day of the exam, and I will roll the percent to the final. Why don't you want to do that? Okay, let's say that you miss exam 2. Something bad happens. Okay, now instead of having a 30% final, you have a 55% final. That's why you don't want to do that. Okay? All exams are open book, open notes, open computer. There will be an exam every weekend, as I mentioned, with practice problems during the week. Exams are deployed at 12:01 Saturday and due by 11:59 p.m. on Monday night. These are what I call write-out tests, so you have to write them out or put in code. And once you put in the code in the computer, then you have to interpret the code. Now, all online courses have to have a final that is done in the testing center. It's 2.5-hour exam. The final is comprehensive. That means it covers all the material in the course. Missing the final results in an automatic F for the course grade. That's a departmental policy. I can't change anything about that. If you can't make it for August 10th, if you're actually not here and you're taking this course from afar, let me know now so we can do something to help you out. Okay? Something went through my head. Oh, it'll come back. Okay, rules engraved in stone. No cheaters. They never prosper. I put up with a lot of classroom shenanigans. I usually think they're funny. But I can't stand cheating. Last day to drop without a grade is July 13th, which I think is Thursday. The last day to drop, period, is July 27th. No incomplete. The only exception is childbirth. Academic honesty, that goes along with the cheating stuff. Accommodation, we go along with disabled students services. Please do let me know in a timely fashion. We'll take care of you, not to worry. Okay? By the end of this course, you should be able to know how to do all of these things plus more. Plus tell a few good jokes. Also, why do all these things keep going out of my head? We're going to be learning a stat package called R. If you already don't know how to do it, which you actually a lot of you probably do. So we'll get to that in a second. And then here's the course schedule. We'll be talking about 2-sample hypothesis testing. I know you did 1 sample in 3309. If you took 3310, which I hope you did, I know a lot of you are saying, oh, was I supposed to take that? And your eyes are all round and sad like puppies. Yes, you were supposed to take that. Then completely randomized design, also known as one-way ANOVA, then two-way ANOVA, randomized block design, Latin squares, factorial designs, and response surfaces. Okay, good. All right. So let's talk a little bit. I'm going to pull the course up for a second. Let me just pull this up. This is getting longer than I intended to, but that's okay. You can see all my courses. Oh, this is the... Okay. There's your exam schedule. In terms of R, the stat thing, okay, so I have it both for Mac and Windows. Now, I still have the old version up. However, it's exactly the same thing. The numbers will have changed, that is, the versions will have changed. But the process is completely identical, so don't worry about that, okay? And then when you get into Module 1, so this is where you start, and then when you get into the actual content, you go into Module 1, and you'll have the Intro to R, using R Part 1, using R Part 2, and so if you haven't used it before, you've got everything that you need to know. Also, this is very, 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 very important. Ask questions. Since you're not in front of me, I don't know if you're stuck. This stuff is not trivial, and it doesn't come right out and bite you. So you need to ask me if you have any questions. I'm not going to get upset or make fun of you or anything like that. So use the discussion board if you feel uncomfortable about, see right here, use the discussion board, use the message board if you feel funny, or use my personal email. And if you have any questions, it's not a problem. I'm not going to feel bad, or I'm not going to get angry or sad or anything like that. I'll get back to you within 24 hours, and you'll be all set. Okay? Good. All right. So let's get to it. And I tell lots of really stupid jokes, and I sing from time to time when I make these little movies, so you're kind of stuck with that. Also, I like to do what I call my little movies, where I write out problems, so please do let me know, and I can do those as well. Okay, welcome to the class. Have a great rest of the summer. Thanks.